What's going on, Niner fans? How we doing? The first day of training camp with pads on is officially over. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about training camp today. We're here on YouTube. We're here on Instagram. I figured I'd do them both at the same time so I don't get too tired later and forget to do one. It was a long day of practice today. We're going to talk about it. I'm sure you guys have seen some updates, some reports, this, that, and the other. We'll get to it, man. Today was fun because it was the first day of pads. Is when it really starts. I feel like you get more of a sense on how this team is starting to look because players, they're going to look a lot different in the pads. They're going to move a lot different in the pads. They get to do one-on-ones. They don't do one-on-one drills during non-padded practice. Obviously, you need to have some pads, right, to make it fair for both sides. So it was pretty impressive. We'll talk about everything that we've updated on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. Any questions, we'll try to get to those. But it was a fun day. And again, it was the longest practice, bro. I thought this practice would be done by usual 11:50, 12 o'clock. It's 12:15, 12:20. They were cooking, baby. They didn't move the ball period. Good stuff. But before we get to it, congratulations to Brock and Jenna Purdy. Man's a dad, girl dad to Brock Purdy. He's officially a father. And, a couple days ago, he had the scheduled personal day off. A lot of speculation out there. People are saying he's going to be a dad. He's going to be a dad. Yeah, I want him to announce it. So today they announced on their social media, on Instagram, that they had a baby. Shout out to Brock Purdy, man, and Jenna Purdy. So good stuff. Dad strength, and his dad strength was on full force today. We'll talk about Brock Purdy a little later. But let's get to me, the biggest takeaway. A lot of these rookies are getting a lot of opportunities, right? It's a young team, and you got to make sure that this team is up to date with all the plays and everything, especially on these rookies, right? So I feel like they're trying to really, really go into practice and give them ample opportunities because it's going to be CJ West, maybe Mykel Williams, Upton Stout. Those guys are going to have big opportunities to have a large role on this team. And we get right to CJ West. This man was a dominating player on one-on-ones. He had 5 reps on the one-on-ones. He won every single one. And everybody's like, oh, well, he played against the backups. Yeah, he played against the backups. He also played against Dominic Pooney, and he cooked that man off the line. I mean, he was violent. He showed a pass rush move. He was able to just take people off the line. He had violent hands. You could just see his hands are fast. He said it. He's a QB hater. So I could tell that CJ West is going to be a guy based off of today that's going to want to explode into the backfield. And today he was looking like a menace, man. I mean, I was like, okay. Like everybody else, there's guys that won reps, but like CJ West, he won them in such convincing fashion. I was like, whoa, he's dominating. So pretty good to see CJ West, man. That guy's nasty. And we need it because last year defensive line was not great. Last year defensive line was poor against the run. And this guy, if he can play like this every game, we just got a dog, man. I mean, he played like a menace today. I was so impressed. I was so impressed by CJ West today on the one-on-ones. And I think everybody was. Everybody that's reported on training camp was like, oh, my God, CJ West, oh, my God. That was the thing to watch during one-on-ones. Mykel Williams looked good, too. He showed that he can win inside, outside. He beat Trent Williams on a one-on-one. Mykel Williams looks good, man. He looks so strong. He looks twitchy. He's going to be a good player. But, Trent Williams also stopped Nick Bosa on their one and only rep today. Trent had him stone blocked. But then during team drills, Nick Bosa was cooking. Nick Bosa was in that backfield. You can't really it's hard to really say how many sacks you had, in a team period because they don't put the quarterback on the ground. But you could kind of say, okay, the quarterback or the defensive lineman's in the backfield, probably going to be a sack, right? So you kind of have to envision it. So they don't record sacks during training camp. But I would say Nick Bosa had a couple of them. I mean, he was in that backfield almost every time. He looks so good this year. I mean, obviously Nick Bosa looks good every year, but this year Nick Bosa just it's different, man. He's just amazing. He looks like he's in even better shape this year. He's so fast, explosive, he's strong, and he's taking these young guys under his wing. So good to see that stuff. D-line looked explosive today, but again, the man of the hour, CJ West, guys, it was impressive. So the O-line sucks, says Chad. I wouldn't say the O-line. It's not that O-line sucks. It's just this D-line looks damn impressive, man, right now. And then, usually the defense usually the defense should be ahead of the O-line early on. His first day in pads, man. This CJ West's first time in training camp in pads. So it was impressive to see what he could do. And again, Mykel Williams, these guys got a lot of pressure on him, and they came out and gave us a show today. So good stuff, man. I wouldn't say that the O-line sucks. I'm just saying right now the D-line looks like they're playing hard and they're ahead of the O-line right now. That's just it. You put the pads on, it's a whole different story than when they don't have the pads on. So that was just nice to see. CJ West, I'm excited to see with this guy. Take a look at some of these. The boys are fresh. They got fresh legs. They're excited. These young guys are ready to cook. Steven says about Mykel, if Trent Williams is getting cooked by a 21-year-old rookie, he's either going to be Aldon or the line is cooked. Yeah, we'll see. But he looks good right now. AK says, how did Alfred Collins look? I mean, he looks like he's a very raw guy. You know, he's young. He's still trying to figure it out. He didn't go to OTAs. He had the calf injury. I feel like with Alfred Collins, it's just he's got a lot to learn. He's massive. This guy, Alfred Collins, he's big. He's so – it's like, oh, my God. He looks so big with the pads on. It's like, oh, he's going to be a menace. He's going to be a Hulk. But, yeah, he's still kind of figuring out the situation compared to, like, CJ West. He's polished. CJ West, he's like, boom, here it is. Let's go. I know the pass rush moves. I'm ready to go. Mykel Williams, he looked like he was okay. I know the moves. Alfred Collins, he's still trying to figure it out. He's still figuring it out. This is only this was day 5 of training camp. This is his only 5th day of practice. He didn't have OTAs. He didn't have all that mini camp stuff because he had the calf injury. So you could tell Alfred Collins is a little bit behind compared to those other guys, but he'll pick it up. He's massive. He's huge. Woo! He's big. Let's see. 2.0 DeForest Buckner from Mykel Williams. That's what Trent Williams said. He said he looked good. He looks like a young DeForest Buckner. And today, Robert Saleh, after practice, he met with the media, and he says that he thinks that Mykel Williams is going to be a hell of a player. He was like already a hell of a player. First day of pads, he's like, oh my God, he's going to be a hell of a player. But he gave some flowers to some of the other guys. But yeah, Mykel, guys, he's so good. He's so good. I'm happy we drafted him. He looks like he's going to be a fantastic first-round pick, which is good for the 49ers because how many times have they drafted a first-round pick and you're like, not so bueno. Nick Bosa, good. Brandon Ayuk, he started out good, and then, the injury, and Ricky Pearsall, the jury's still out on him. But Ricky Pearsall, let's talk about Ricky Pearsall. He looks good with that. He looks like he's really healed up. The hamstring injury doesn't have an effect on him. He looks smooth. He's running hard. He had some nice catches. They're not giving him every rep, that he, needs to have because I won't say they're not giving him every rep. What I'm trying to say is he's not getting like full capacity of work. They're trying to be very careful with them. They're trying to ease him into the one-on-ones and or team drills. So he does a couple, but let's say there's like 30, let's say there's 20 first team reps. Maybe he'll do like 10. So he's kind of like taking half of it, but when he's in, he looks great. And he had a beautiful catch over the middle from Brock Purdy. I mean, it was a dime. Whoo! Just unbelievable pass from Brock. And Ricky Pearsall snagged the pass. It was impressive. So that was a very, very nice, nifty catch. But there was also a play where Upton Stout. Let's talk about Upton Stout. This guy's aggressive. He is playing so hard. This cornerback room is up for grabs. With Renardo Green out, you got guys like Jacob Robinson, Dallas Flowers, and Upton Stout. These guys are making plays. But today, Upton Stout, left sideline. Brock Purdy throws the deep shot. And, I mean, Ricky Pearsall goes up to get it. Upton Stout, 5'8", comes up, and he makes the PBU. It was like, oh, okay. It was aggressive, too. He was like, aggressively did it. So, nice play, man. Not going to lie to you. Upton Stout is playing his ass off right now. And, again, this cornerback room, without, we all know Diamond Lenore's quarterback one, but who the heck is going to take that role? Especially with Renardo Green dealing with the hamstring injury. You got Trey Brown. You got Jacob Robinson, Dallas Flowers. You got Upton Stout. They are battling, and Upton Stout continues to look damn good. And today with the pads on, 5'8", he goes up and makes the PBU on Pearsall. I was like, fucking play. I was like, oh, my God, that was a play right there. I like Upton. He's playing hard. He plays with heart, and he plays bigger than he is. That's the thing. Like, he looks, like I said, he looks like a short guy. He shouldn't be able to get up there, and he's got vertical. He's got some height when he gets up there, and very impressive play by Upton Stout. And he's just around the ball a lot. I like what I've seen out of him. He's a hard worker, so good stuff for him. A couple other things. stout. His best attribute is strength, says Alex. I could tell. He looks very, very strong up there. He kind of looks like a Jimmy Ward type. He's just strong, and he's versatile. He could go up there and jump with the best of them. I really like what I've seen out of Upton Stout. What about the position we're all wondering about, says Peter Parker? Kicker. There was no kicker competition today. I hate to tell you guys, there was no kicker competition. Sadly, I think tomorrow. And I think the reason why, because here's the thing: whenever they do these kicker competitions, they have to get all the players off and they watch them. It's a good 10 minutes to set it up, have them go through their kicks, set, and then get off the field and then go back to team drills. This was the first day of team padded practices, and I think that they really wanted to focus on this. Like I said, they got a lot of young guys that need experience, need development and stuff, and to have them cut that practice short for the kickers, I don't think that's what they wanted to do today. So maybe they'll do it again later, or maybe they're doing like an off-site or after practice they're kicking or whatever. But during the training camp team drills, they did not break it down to see the kicker. So today there was no kicker competition. Tears down my eyes. I know you guys are sad to hear that. Maybe tomorrow, but today they had to focus. Padded practice. It was a long practice, and they had to get down to business. So maybe tomorrow we'll see some kickers. But yeah, I was ready to take those notes down. There was no kicker competition today. So what about the kicker position? Yeah, so we talked about that. AK says, hoping Ricky can turn into a true number one for us with BA and JJ dealing with injuries. Yeah, I hope so too. I really hope that Juwan or Ricky Pearsall can be that guy, because you're right. There's injuries. BA, we don't know when he's coming back. Juwan Jennings, he did not practice today. He had the calf injury again. He left yesterday early, and he was not in practice today. So they definitely need to have someone step up, and Jennings is probably the guy. He's building really good relation and chemistry with Brock Purdy. Demarcus Robinson, he's looking good. He's actually made some big plays. He made some nice catches today. Russell Gage, this guy's working his ass off, and he's made play after play in training camp. I think he's a guy that's going to try to stick around, maybe make practice squad. I don't know if he makes 53, but he's working hard. Going to be interesting for preseason. And then we all know Isaiah Nair. He's made some plays here and there. And so it's interesting. A lot of these wide receivers are really stepping up and trying their hardest to make this roster. So we'll see. Then you got the rookie Jordan Watkins, who's made a few plays here and there. He got shut down by Dallas Flowers. I think they posted this on their Instagram on a one-on-one route. That was amazing. But I think Flowers pushed off a little bit. It probably would have been called as a DPI in real time. But, I mean, it was still an impressive play. And he tracked the ball, and he was able to come down with it. But Jordan Watkins, he did get beat by Flowers on the one-on-one drills. And Flowers, this is another guy. Dallas Flowers has really, really, really been playing out of his mind with the 49ers during training camp. He's a guy that was on the Colts. He tore his Achilles, I think, 2 years back. And it looks like he's fully healthy because he's making his name known during training camp practice. Every day there's something he does, PBU, and today was the one-on-one. He's around the ball. I like what I've seen out of him. So we'll see. When do they post the new jerseys? August 28th. You got a whole month to wait, baby. Richie Grant. I haven't really seen much out of Richie Grant. I'm not going to lie to you. He hasn't stuck out to me. The guy that did stick out to me over these past couple of days is Jason Pinnock. He's probably going to be a starting safety with Mustafa out. He's been good. He tipped the pass today. Pass over the middle. Brock Purdy was trying to, thread it to George Kittle. A lot of traffic. Pinnock pops it up. And then D. Winters gets the interceptions. He runs it. Probably would have been pick six. Who knows if he goes untouched. But, you can't really record that. You don't necessarily call it a pick six in training camp practice, but it probably would have been a pick six. Now, D. Winters, keep that name fresh. This guy was stonewalling people. He's aggressive. He had like a thumper type stop on Isaac Orendo. You're not really supposed to stonewall guys like that during training camp practice. You're not supposed to pick him up and, hit him hard like that. He thumped him, man. He thumped Orendo. I thought a fight was going to break loose. It didn't, but they just kept going. But D. Winters has been playing so good. He was all around the ball. He was flying today. It's your linebacker too, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This guy has been played fantastic. I hope he can stay healthy because D. Winters on the rise. He had an interception again off the tip pass, Jason Pinnock on the Brock Purdy throw to George Kittle. And then he had a lot of nice plays in the run game. This guy looks like he's your bona fide linebacker too behind Fred Warner. So keep an eye on D. Winters, man. This guy has been cooking in training camp. So when did they give the 53-man roster? That's not going to be till after preseason. So after preseason, they cut it down after the final preseason game. I can't remember the exact date. It's like 26th, 27th, 23rd, somewhere around there. They'll have the full final roster out. So new helmet, new jerseys. I think they're going to be black and gold. That's what it looks like. Juwan Jennings, yeah, he didn't practice today. We mentioned that. Who gets linebacker 3? I mean, probably Nick Martin, but, he's a rookie, still learning the ropes. So this, honestly, that linebacker 3 spot's probably up in the air. I would say it's going to be Nick Martin if it's all, if it works out in preseason and he can figure it all out. But still anybody's ball game. Chaz Surratt, there's a lot of linebackers on this team. But I think D. Winters right now is clear-cut linebacker 2. How has Nick Bosa been? He was fantastic today, all over the backfield. Looked good. He had a couple plays where he would have got a sack on Brock Purdy. Let's talk about Brock Purdy. He had some nice plays. I know he threw the pick. He missed a few plays here and there. There was a couple plays he missed. He was 7 for 15, I think, 7 for 15 overall. So you're like, oh, that's a horrible day. But the plays he connected were filthy. He had like a nice little, he had a dime to Russell Gage. He had a dime to Ricky Pearsall. You saw the touchdown to George Kittle. It was like on a bootleg out play, drops it to Kittle, who cuts up. It was amazing how he cuts up field. He just cuts it all the way, rumbles up to the field for probably like 60 plus touchdown. And Brock was nice. There was a couple plays that was just like, oh my God. There was one. Nick Bosa comes right towards him. He's got him dead to right. Nick Bosa's flying at him. Purdy spins, and Nick Bosa doesn't catch him, and he scrambles. He scrambles to the left, and he drops it about 15, 20 yards. Kyle Juszczyk skies up in the air, catches it in multiple coverage. I don't think they counted it. I think ultimately, from what I heard, they didn't count it. But at the time, I was like, holy crap, how did he get that off? Passes it right to Kyle Juszczyk. Scrambled, evades the sack from Bosa. It was beautiful. And there was another play where he rolled, and he hits Demarcus Robinson over the middle. A pure dive. He was throwing some nice plays. I know he wasn't 100% perfect today. He missed a few plays. He had the interception. But when he was on today, Brock was absolutely on. I got to give Mac Jones some credit. He made some big plays. Him and Demarcus Robinson had a few big catches. He threw a dime to Ricky Pearsall. Mac Jones, he made some nice plays today. I'll give him that. He made some nice throws. There was another big catch in this training camp period. They'll probably post it, hopefully. Rookie Jordan James, deep shot from Tanner Mordecai, touchdown. He just beat the matchup like nobody's business. He was just running free to the house. I like what I seen out of Jordan James. He's been nice in training camp. He's ran well. He ran well today with the pads. But really, the running backs, we really need to see what they can do once they start in preseason, because the running backs can't really break tackles in training camp. You're limited in what you could do. But you can see his catchability was nice. You can see he's had some explosiveness during the team drills before the pads came on. I feel like he was still running upright really well today with the pads. I like what I've seen out of Jordan James, man. He's definitely running back 3. Of course, Isaac Guerrero is going to be your running back 2, but don't sleep on Jordan James, man. This guy can move. He can catch. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a powerful guy. He looks like a bowling ball. He kind of like a Jordan Mason, but maybe a little bit faster than Jordan Mason. So I know they let Jordan Mason go this offseason. I think they replaced him pretty well if Jordan James can pick it up, and it looks like he has. So Christian McCaffrey, man, that guy looks very explosive. I like what I've seen out of Christian McCaffrey. I just hope they let these other running backs get some action. You know what I mean? So AK says sophomores and rookies need to step up this season. Absolutely. Any predictions on the starting left guard? I think it's Ben Barch's job if he's healthy. Connor Colby, Nick Zakelj, those guys have been, rotating in place of Ben Barch. So, Drew Moss is in there sometimes. So I don't know. I can't get a read on who's going to really be a starting left guard if Ben Barch is hurt. I'm going to guess Nick Zakelj. If Connor Colby can start really ramping it up and have a good one-on-ones, maybe. But, I think Ben Barch is your starting left guard if he's healthy. And he's been rehabbing. You've seen him on the side of the field kind of recovering a little bit here and there. But honestly, left guard is up in the air right now. So DJ says, any Jennings update? Yeah, nothing yet. We talked about him briefly. He didn't practice today. Throwback says, looks like Jordan James is locked to be running back 3. He definitely, 100%. He definitely looks like he's running back 3. Easy money to be running back 3. What about D Winters? Yeah, we just talked about him. D Winters looks fantastic out there. He made an interception. He had some nice plays in the run game. He's just flying to the ball everywhere he is, all over the place. I like what I've seen out of him. So a couple other guys I got to give some props to. We talked about Dallas Flowers, looks great as a DB out there. We talked about Mykel Williams. He looks just good in everything he could do inside. He could play outside. He looks strong. He's getting high praise from everybody on this team. We talked about CJ West. Trying to go through. I didn't bring my notebook upstairs. It's in my car still. So trying to go through everything in my head. We talked about Jacob Robinson, the undrafted cornerback out of BYU. This kid is making a nice name for himself. Upton Stout, playing aggressive. He had a really good day today. Brock Purdy, again, he's made some nasty throws today, some dimes to Pearsall. He had one to Demarcus Robinson, Russell Gage. That guy's playing hard. So it's been nice to see a lot of these guys stepping up today. I'm trying to think, who else did we see today that looked really impressive? Again, Chris McCaffrey, he looks like he's got that speed back. He made a nice little toe touch catch at one point in practice today. So you heard Lenoir issue an apology. Yeah, yesterday he talked to the media and he apologized. He took accountability for his incident where he, got arrested this offseason, and he says, it's a mistake. Shouldn't have put myself out there. And that's really good to hear Diamond Lenoir, take that accountability. And he's definitely acting like a leader, man. Good stuff. Is Christian Watkins really a freak? According to the internet, he is. Boy, kissing his teammates. Bryce Huff. Haven't seen much out of Bryce Huff. Not going to lie to you. I haven't, honestly. I'll try to keep an eye on him more, but I'm not going to lie to you. I have not seen a lot out of Bryce Huff. Eli Apple, it was his first day. He's rocking number 30. I didn't notice him too much today other than when he was doing individual drills. So we'll keep an eye on Eli Apple. Was Ayuk on site today? Not today. Didn't see him. Third round kicker is still crazy. It is still crazy, man. Unbelievable. How's the weather been during training camp, says MSQ? It's been fantastic, man. Weather's been good. 70 degrees. You can't complain. It's been clear skies. Not really warm out there. Should probably be wearing shorts, but I got scrawny legs, so we're not. Pinnock, he looks good. Yeah, he's played really well during training camp. He had the tip pass today. He's always around the ball. Christine says, is Lenoir suspended for any games? Not at the moment. They haven't suspended him. He still has his trial to go through, but I don't think they're going to suspend him any times. We need to cut Eli Apple. Unfortunately, we can't. We need bodies, but, we'll see how it goes. This cornerback competition is anybody's game, like I was saying, outside of Lenoir. And they need guys to fill the void now that Renardo Green's not going to be there for a couple of weeks. So how about the new tight end we got from the Jaguars? It's not catching much. He's your blocking tight end, and that's why they got him. They needed to replace Charlie Warner because they didn't really have a nice blocking tight end outside of Kittle. Obviously, we know Kittle can block, but they want to let him catch more, and that's why they had to get, a new blocking tight end. So he's not really doing much in terms of catching the ball in training camp. If anything, the guys that are catching training camp are going to be, I've seen Ross Dwelley, I've seen Braden Willis make some plays. I've even seen Mason P-Line make a play here and there. So tight end position outside of George Kittle it's the same as it always is. They're not going to be as great as Kittle, but you just hope that somebody can catch the damn ball. So how's the rookie D-line looking? Yeah, we talked about them. They're looking good, man. Today, one-on-ones, the pads were on. And CJ West was just a monster. We talked about Mykel Williams. He looked pretty damn good today, too. Anything on Tatum Bethune? He's flashed here and there. I've seen him make a play or two through the last 5 days, but nothing like, he's not like standing out. He's not standing out like D Winters. But Tatum Bethune, I've seen him make a few plays here and there. So that's a good thing for him. Hopefully preseason he can make a lot more plays because that linebacker, again, the linebacker battle is pretty impressive, man. They got a lot of linebackers this season. So you really have to stand out and start making plays. Training camp's your first opportunity, and then preseason, the pressure's on. You got to make some plays. You got to take the most of your moments that you get during those times. So AK says, I'm intrigued by Alfred Collins. I feel like he has a pretty high ceiling due to his sheer size. He could probably be a monster, man. it's a big guy. I just hope he can stay healthy because when you're that big, the amount of pressure on your knees is kind of crazy. But he looks, like I said, he's still very young. He's still trying to process everything. I haven't seen anything special like out of him yet, but I think that's a guy that once he gets everything up to speed and the game slows down for him, he could be a nasty guy. So yeah, I'm intrigued by Collins. The guy's 6'5", 320 pounds, man. Jesus. We got the wrong St. Brown. Well, we were never going to get the other St. Brown. I hear Seigel is our future at free safety. He could be. He looks. He made a play towards the end of training camp today. It was like one of the last plays. Seigel makes a PBU break on the ball. I think it was against Tariq Owens. Yeah, it was like right at the end. He makes a break on Tariq Owens. He's a young buck, and I think that he could be the future of this team at safety. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what he's got, but he's still got a long way to go. Big Sam says, I'm going 10 wins at 11 at most. Even with the weak schedule. I agree with you, Sam. That's what I said the other day. They were asking me my prediction. I say 10 wins. 11 would be the most. I just, there's a lot of, it's a young team. And at some point, you're going to get through some adversity. You're going to go through some growing pains. They got an easy schedule, but you can't just keep banking on that. Everybody's got to stay healthy, and that's a big factor on any team. So, you're going to lose a few games that you don't expect. You're going to win a few games that you don't expect. So I think 10 wins is probably a good way to look at it. It's a big improvement from 6 wins last year. How do I feel about Christian McCaffrey's health? That's a big part of this season, right? And I think he has been very healthy so far, and he looks like he's got the bounce back. So I think, honestly, right now, I'm happy with CMC's health, and I hope it stays that way. So why did Lenore get arrested? He got him and one of his friends got flagged down in the middle of traffic. There was like a gun, and the cop was trying to get it, and he wouldn't cooperate with the peace officer or whatnot, and they booked him and stuff. But again, I just think it was wrong place, wrong time. It was his friend's gun. It was that's kind of the situation that happened. But of course, there's still a trial to go through and everything. But he apologized for it. But yeah, Diamo Lenore, our cornerback, won, and he took accountability for it. He didn't get a DUI. How has Chaz Surratt looked, the linebacker? Oh, yeah, that's the guy that has played for Salah before. A lot of these guys have played for Salah before. But the dude from the Jets, there was second day, I think it was first or second day of training camp. He made some really nice plays. Haven't noticed him pop out lately since then, but he has made some plays in training camp. Again, there's just so many linebackers right now that they're all going to have a day right now. And so far they've made those plays here and there, like Tatum Bethune. He's flashed a little bit. Chaz Surratt's flashed a little bit, right? But nobody's standing out as much as D Winters to me. So I think preseason is where these linebackers are going to distinguish themselves. So how is Evan Anderson looking? You know what? That's a good one, because actually on my notes, that was one of the guys I noticed today during one-on-ones. He was explosive. There was a couple reps where Evan Anderson was just exploding off the line. I really like what I saw out of him today during one-on-ones. I'm intrigued by this guy. I think he's a very, very good player for this team. He was an undrafted defensive lineman last year, stuck around with the team, and I think this year he'll get even better. And he did have an impressive day today. One-on-ones, he had some explosive reps. I don't remember how many he won. I didn't count how many he won because I missed like one or two of – I think I missed one of his reps. So I wasn't sure how much he did. But he looked really strong from what I saw today. Cortland Sutton got the bag today. What do I think? Good for him, man. He deserves to get paid. Was it 4 years, $93 million? That's a friendly deal. I think that's kind of low for him, honestly. I think he should have got paid more. Who's looking like the best wide receiver so far? Juwan Jennings. But he wasn't on the field today. So today, I'd probably say DeMarcus Robinson was your best receiver, although Ricky Pearsall looked great. But, he was limited in there. He didn't play a lot. When he did, he made some nice plays. But I'll say DeMarcus Robinson was probably your best receiver today. Yeah. Seemed like market value for Sutton. He's wide receiver 1 on Denver. Yeah, he's a good receiver. I think he deserved to get paid, honestly. Yeah, Demo's first year with Salah. Salah says he's a dog. He wants all the smoke. That's what he said today on his presser. So How is Garendo looking, says Ruse. Yeah, he's looking good. He's clear-cut running back, too. He's not fighting for any spot. He's definitely the number 2 running back. The day yesterday when Christian McCaffrey wasn't there, you got a heavy dose of Garendo, and he looked good. So I think he's definitely your RB2. There's no question right now. Isaac Garendo looks good. But again, running backs, they're going to look good a lot of the times in training camp because it's like, okay, they're running. What are they? They run hard, and you can't tackle them. You can't bring them down. They can't break tackles. So once preseason starts, we really get to see the full body of work of these running backs. But in general, he looks damn good, and he's getting a lot of opportunities. So Michael Williams, yeah, we talked about him. Looked fantastic today. How's Equanimeous St. Brown doing so far? He's not making the roster. I hate to say it. He maybe practice squad. He made a catch today. But Equipment St. Brown's not making the roster. Do I think he's better than Mason Isaac Garendo? Yeah, potentially. I think potentially because he can catch. He's got good hands. I like what I see out of him, and he can block. Jordan Mason was good though, man. He was underrated. That guy was undrafted, and then he worked his way up the roster. I really like Jordan Mason, but I think Isaac Garendo could be better. I mean, he was damn good last year as a rookie. The thing about Isaac Garendo, he's very raw. He never had a lot of experience, so he's still figuring out the position. I think he has a chance to have a really high ceiling. Equipment won't get 10 catches all year. He won't get 10 catches in training camp. Oh, my God. You like the new running back who drafted? Yeah, Jordan James, looking good. What do I think the new Niners jerseys, helmets are looking like? I don't know. The rumor is they're going to be black and gold. Well, we'll see. Black and gold, baby. Black and yellow. But they got to have some red on it. It's because we can't be the Saints. What are my feelings on Upton Stout? Yeah, we talked about him early in the show. He was fantastic today. He looks good so far in camp. Every day I've noticed he's gotten better and better and better. Today he was the first one out during padded practice. First player out. He's usually one of the first few players. You can tell he's a hungry kid. Damn good. Today was a good day. He had a nice little PBU on Ricky Pearsall. Let's see. I think that's all I can remember from my notes. Next time I'll bring up my notepad. I forgot it. That's pretty much the big stuff. I don't think there's anything else that I'm missing. I'm trying to go through it. Yeah, we talked about pretty much everything. I think that's it. If there's any news or anything, we'll be live a little later. But we'll talk to you guys a little later. We'll be back tomorrow, training camp, with the pads on. And then we won't be back until next Monday because I guess practice, maybe they might be practicing, but it's not open practice. The next open practice after tomorrow is on Monday, the 4th. I don't have a ticket yet, so I got all week to figure out how to get a ticket for August 4th training camp. I have the tickets for the next 2 days. Just couldn't get that Monday. So if anybody has a ticket for Monday, August the 4th that you don't want, holla at your boy. I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow at training camp. If you're going to be there, I'll be there. And the 49ers will be there. You guys have a good rest of your day. Go Niners.